Hey everyone, this is Luke with Owls, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what is distillate. First of all, what is distillate? So distillate is the oil that you see in our vape carts. It is also used in our gummies. Distillate is something that is it's distilled, right? You see you see alcohol and they say like it's triple distilled, so it just means it's more purified. So for instance, what you would have is you could have your preliminary extract. That could be anything from an ethanol extraction to a butane extraction to a CO2 extraction, and the oil that comes out of there is basically distilled. Now, what does that mean? It's put into a boiling flask. And actually, you know, we'll take you down to the lab and we'll show you some of this stuff. But basically, we put that into a boiling flask, and then the boiling flask is heated. And when it's heated, it goes up. It basically evaporates, and then it recondenses. And when it recondenses, it becomes more purified, and it basically leaves some of the heavier or the other cannabinoids that you don't want in the boiling flask, and then the ones that you do want get purified and they get brought over here. And there's also what is called a devolatilization that basically will also remove any of the volatiles. So for instance, if you were to do an ethanol extraction or a butane extraction, when you put that into your for distillation, the first thing that's going to come off, what's going to evaporate first, is going to be all your solvents. So you can collect all your solvents in one area here, and then you know that the mains, which is the good stuff, is free of all solvents. So let's take a trip down to the lab and let's talk a little bit more about distillation. All right, so here we are, and this is called short path distillation, and basically what is happening here is we have the boiling flask, and the flask is heated. It's currently not doing a run right now, but basically this is heated. That heats the contents of the boiling flask, which would be crude oil or our conversion. And then from there, once that heats up at certain temperatures, you will get evaporation, which then will come up and it will travel down the condenser. And then depending on where you're at, will either be pulling, you know, the volatiles. It could be any solvents. And then once you get off that, then you get what's called your heads, which is the first fraction, which again isn't really the stuff that you want. And so from there, you are able to purify the cannabinoids. And then once you get to the end of that, you can actually get, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's basically, we can take a video or a photo or something for it, but you can basically see that there's stuff in the bottom here. You're not going to be able to see anything, but that's basically it in a nutshell. So the undesirables are left here, or they're reclaimed somewhere else, and the main parts of distillate, that's why it's called your mains. They are collected here, and then from that, I mean, that's when they turn into like this, you know. So that's how you make. That's what distillate is, and then once it turns into this purified oil, you can then put it into vapes, gummies, edibles, creams, and so that's what distillate is, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much.